So this is February 20th in Texas. And it's 71 degrees and sunny. It's going to go up to 74 today. Tomorrow it's going to be 80. But don't get cocky. The weather changes every 5 minutes up here. And tomorrow we could have sub-zero temperatures and all the power's out because it's Texas. And I might go off on a little bit of a rant here. I don't do this often. Yes, I do, but not on camera. You've seen me take this motorcycle apart and put it all back together again. Top cylinders, valve job, brakes, swing arm, chain, completely rewired the whole thing with a moto gadget. Last time I took it out was in December, late December. It was like 59 degrees. I was checking out those brand new heated grips. Not gonna need them today, but I'll need them. You and I know that this motorcycle works, but this is Texas. And if you're not from here, or if you don't live here, it's a bizarre place to exist. Once a year, I got to take my motorcycle to a automotive repair place, and they conduct a state inspection to make sure it's safe for me to ride on the roads of Texas, y'all. Last time I did it, the kid doing the inspection wasn't even old enough to drive, much less conduct a safety inspection. I mean, I've been to tech inspections at races. I know how to make a motorcycle safe. If you ride, you know. But, you know, we gotta let the government say it's okay to drive. I'm not anti-government. I worked for the government for over 32 years. But this is ridiculous. In 2024, we're still having to get our vehicles inspected so we can drive on a public roadway. Now, let me take you on a historical journey of Texas motor vehicle inspections. So back in the day when I was a kid, in the 1900s, y'all, back then an inspection was like $35, state mandated. And for a kid making $3.35 an hour, that was a lot of money. I mean, I could go to the movies, I could go to the dinner, fill up my car with gas, and still have change left over. And let's be honest, from the very beginning, it was just a money grab maker for the auto repair facilities. They're the ones that lobby for it and keep it going. But back then, they'd always get you on something. Your windshield wipers are too old. Your headlights aren't adjusted. The brake light on the right side's not bright enough to match the left side. They just made shit up and, charged you money for it. Or they'd hand you a rejection. They'd fill it out back then on a piece of paper. And then you could go make the repairs yourself. Go to the O'Reilly's, buy some wipers, change your light bulb, whatever. And then take it somewhere else. Because if you went back, they'd gig you again. But if you took it somewhere else, they'd just pass you. And then, once you start hot rodding, they get you for all kinds of stuff. So, in the 1900s, we used to cruise around. And you'd go to the places where the car guys go. And you would just, ask around. Hey, where do I go to get my car inspected? And everybody knew that place where you just showed up, paid your money, and left. And everything was fine. You got a little sticker that you had to put in your window. But then they switched to this electronic one sticker system. So now you pay $7. $7 to get your bike inspected or your car inspected. The other half of that was just chopped off and added to your registration fee. They didn't make it cheaper. But you wonder where I'm going with this. Yeah, I'm not bitching about paying $7. Think about the amount of work hours lost for that $7. So for me, I got to drive to the place, get in line, wait my turn. It usually takes, anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour because there's always a line. So I'm losing money hourly, not working when I could be. But so is everybody else in there. So if there's 15 people there and they're making $20 an hour, that's $300 an hour that we're spending to make, $85 for the location. It's just something that needs to disappear entirely. I don't need no 16-year-old telling me my motorcycle is safe to drive. Just add the $7 to my registration and let's be done with it. But they never will because, they prey upon the ignorant and the old mostly and replace stuff that doesn't need to be replaced because, inspection. Not saying everybody does that, but they do. Oh, I'll tell you another trick. I'll back this up and cut it in. So back when I was poor and running on bald tires like everybody else, the trick we did was you took the tire off and you washed it. You washed the tread. And then you scrubbed the tread with a brush. Get out all of that dirt and stuff. And then you sprayed the tread with Armor All and rubbed it in. Real good. Like 2 or 3 coats. Because now those tread lines are all shiny, right? They're beautiful. And then when you drive the car, their Armor all tears off the tire side where it's running on the road. And when you get to the inspection place, you got these nice, clean black lines in there. So it looks like your tire has tread, and they don't kick it for, less than 30 seconds of a tread depth. But I digress. I'm going to run through the safety inspection process with y'all, but at the same time, I got to clean it up a little bit because it hasn't been on the road in 2 months. Got to air up the tires, clean the chain, stuff like that. Make it pretty. So, state inspection. Let's run through it real fast. This is what's going to happen. First, I'm going to turn on the Moto Gadget because I could probably do it from here. Honestly. I could just phone it in. But they don't allow that either. Output without load. Light 1A. Interesting. What does that mean? I have no idea. But you can see 39,000 miles, 13.2 volts, 73 degrees. I don't know what that means. We'll check it. So I'm going to turn my motorcycle on.
No ride ready.
They're going to check this light. Then they're going to check this light. Then they're going to check this light. And the one back here. They're going to...
Defect, turn right.
Defect, turn right. This one keeps giving me fits. Okay, it failed. I even used a castellated nut. Well, not castellated. Nylock. There's nothing wrong with this bulb.
No ride ready.
Told you. There's nothing wrong with that bulb. Other than it's probably not making good contact with the ground every once in a while.
No ride ready. Defect, turn right.
Need my glasses. So I think what's happening here is these exposed ends are coming into contact with each other and it's grounding it out. So I got a cure for that. These contacts, you clean them with a pencil eraser. Why isn't the horn working? Because the wire's not connected. Why isn't the wire connected? Because you put it on wrong the first time?
Mow ride ready.
What the? Oh! Tail light. Brake light. Brake light. Okay, so that's it. To check the lights and the horn. Good thing we looked, because we'd have been kicked out. So next, check these well nuts. So there's a lot of dust that flies around in the shop. So this is a semi-clean dirty rag. So that's mostly dust. And then to clean it off and lube it up in between the big soaks, this works. So not too dirty. So now we just got to knock the dust off. So I got two other semi-clean rags. We use one on the wheels and one for everything else. These tires aren't old, but I'll show you the old tire trick. So what you gotta do is get a brush, clean all these grooves out, make them shiny. This is like a reverse. Takes a while. Then when you ride, this will all turn scuffed and this will remain shiny. So when you show up, it looks like you got good tires on there, but these are fine. They're not touching the wear bars. Those guys don't really look at the tires anyway. I mean, they look at them, but only from a distance. But now I got to do the back because I did the front. It doesn't match. So it's clean, presentable, everything works. We'll double check that. Let's fire it up, warm it up.
Mow ride ready.
Blinker. Blinker. Yes. Horn. Yes. Go. Right. It might be just a skosh low on oil. So, clean off my lid, wipe off my gloves, get dressed, go to town, get the bike inspected. Post-ride update / installment, which should have been included in the beginning or somewhere in the video. Don't forget to check your tire pressure. The air in the tires bleed out over time. The molecules, the air molecules, are small enough to permeate the rubber tire. It's just the way things go. I don't check it every time I ride. If I put air in the tires today, they're going to be good for a couple of days. But more than a week, you're bleeding off air pressure. So you had 36 and 41. Now you're going to have 35 and 40, and then 34 and 39, and it's just going to keep going down. So you got to refill those tires on a regular basis. I have a bottle of pure nitrogen. You'll see advertisements for, putting nitrogen in your tires to make them more green, stuff like that. There's a little bit of science involved. It turns out the nitrogen molecules are bigger than the other molecules in the air, and they bleed out less quickly. Therefore, your tires maintain a more stable pressure, and the nitrogen doesn't fluctuate as much in size when it heats up. So you're running 36 and 41. If you're going out and riding aggressively, you're smoking up these tires, you're getting them hot. Those air molecules are expanding due to the heat. Your air pressure is increasing slightly. So it's enough to make it a pound or two, depending on how hard you're riding. It's even more dramatic inside of a car tire because there's a lot more air involved. So the nitrogen expands less under heat, which, helps keep tire pressure stable. I'm going off. I realize that. It's just, something that I do sometimes. Anyway, bike got inspected. We did the whole light check and the horn beep and everything worked. And I spent my $7. And then they gave me a nice little certificate that said my motorcycle's safe to ride. So now I have to take that certificate. I can file electronically. And then the state of Texas will send me a new sticker that I can put on my motorcycle. that says I'm legal to ride for another year. On a side note, when I was at the inspection place, the little kid, and I say little kid because he was a child, conducting the inspection on my motorcycle, remarked that that's a nice looking motorcycle for being made in the 1900s. I think that's something that's just going to happen from now on, because this child was not born in the 1900s. Therefore, anything from the 1900s is an antique, much like myself. But it is a very nice looking motorcycle. So I agree with him on that point. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comments. I try to answer all the questions. I might just post a link to another video that answers the question, and I hope that's okay. Sometimes it's easier just to, here, watch this, because I did it before. And I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm on the Facebooks. The Eldest Builds is on the Facebooks. Before there was Eldest Builds, I was on there myself. 14-year-old memory popped up today of me doing 180 mile an hour on my BMW. Speedometer indicated. So 180 on the Speedo was 167.4 GPS verified. I still want to do 200 mile an hour on a motorcycle. In its current condition, this is not a viable platform, but I think it could be. What do I need to do 200 on this motorcycle? More power, less weight. I can't do the less weight for myself, right? I mean, we all know that's an option, but I'm about 170 pounds right now. And, at my lightest, in the best physical conditioning I have ever achieved, when I graduated from Marine Corps boot camp, I was 156 pounds. But I was also a skinny little kid. So 156 to 170 over the course of 30 plus years, that ain't a lot, I don't think. I don't have six-pack abs anymore. A couple of modifications to the motor. Let's just say, we go with the big bore kit, bore it out a little bit. Is that cheating? No, it's hot rodding. So, it's a hot rod. It's what it's all about. Let's lighten it up, horsepower it up, see how fast it'll go. I'm gonna need some more horsepowers so I can turn that rear wheel faster, and I can adjust sprocket sizes for top speed. I still want some carbon fiber wheels. I mean, that'll shed a ton of weight. It's something that I'm thinking about. Something that I'm working on. I have a goal to achieve, and I want you to be able to see me do it. So stick around. See what happens. I may have to put the GPS on there and go out and get a baseline real fast. Not today, but soon. See what we got. See what we're working with, and see how much more we have to go through to get there. I don't want to have to go buy another motorcycle to do 200. I want to do it on this one. Or maybe a BMW S1000 or I don't know. I think I'll just do it on this one. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Y'all still have a good day.